Welcome to TDT Talk, where we tell you
the damn truth.
Welcome to the truth, where the truth don't lie.
Welcome to the truth, where the truth don't lie. What it is, co-host?
3 T's, no lie. Girl. Hey, y'all. Hey.
Come on in the room. Look, tonight's presentation is brought to you by... Okay, so Carl, I did not see them strawberry Ritas, okay? So
Okay.
I got 3 of the canned drinks, okay? This
Okay.
one's good, but I'm gonna drink this shit. It's only 8% alcohol.
Boo.
It's a Smirnoff Ice Smash screwdriver. I forgot.
Yeah.
I don't even like screwdrivers. I forgot. Okay.
Yeah, that's vodka. You're not a vodka girl.
But this ain't vodka in this can. This shit here is
It's a
premium malt beverage.
Mhm.
It's beer with flavor. So
Hey, Ava. Hey, Tiffany. Y'all, I'm so glad that you guys are here. It is awesome to be in the presence of always evolving minded individuals. I love it. I appreciate it. This message was brought to you by Smirnoff, but for this half, it's brought to you by Know Your Worth, because people will try to play your face. Yes. Yes.
say it.
Yes. Because
That's the word.
what the devil has intended for bad, the Lord will make it for good. Yes, he shall, and yes, he can. Yes.
So.
Yes. I'm going to speak that into existence because
Right.
I'm 95% flesh, and the Lord has been working on the rest. So
Thank you, Father God.
thank you, Jesus. Yes, Lord.
Thank you for continuing to work on this.
Yes. Constantly keeping me near. At this point, I don't even think I need to be near the cross. Jesus, just make me one with the cross. I need a constant reminder because my mouth, may I be bolted, embedded in the cross.
Just put it on
make me, I feel like I could get good cardio with my arms extended and just be chilling in the sun, collecting this rays on this good melanin. I'm going to just ask that one of the disciples spray me with that SPF. That's all I ask. I don't want to be crispity nor crunchity on the cross. I don't. No.
Amen. Amen. This is the word that I have. What will be, will be. And what God wants will happen.
Yes, Lord.
And it will always, like you said, be for your good. So just wait on it.
I'm waiting.
You got to go through. I was talking to my sister yesterday, and we were talking about me on this whole journey. I'm no longer looking. I am available, but I'm no longer looking. Like whatever
That's
just
what
comes,
Yes.
and I'll vet it as it comes. But there are going to be frogs. There are going to be frogs before you get to your prince. So that goes with anything. Know your worth. While I was at church on Sunday, one of my friends, I hadn't seen her at church in a long time, but I watched her dating journey. She never, ever lowered her standards, not one time. And she threw some frogs. And when I tell you, she ended up with a prince. Okay. And
look at the Lord.
She can be. And she told me, she was like, I got some advice for you. I said, okay, girl, what you got for me? She said, never lower your standards. I said, bam, there it is. Call me bougie. I will. Call me high standards. I'll drink to it.
High sedity. Sedity. I need you to add that. You're black. Sedity.
Toast.
Toast to it. I got my water. Because see, the Lord, he told me, don't drink tonight because your mouth will overflow it with things that you may not be able to take back.
I need my straw.
So I got aqua. But y'all, look, skipping past the bullshit of today, I am excited to teach you guys that yet again, America has a funny way of remixing truths, fables, and it's just really interesting, the negative persona that is given to Black people. And so as we venture down Kris Kringle versus Krampus, I want you guys to learn, please ask any questions that you have. And as usual, I have no problem citing my sources because reading is fundamental and knowledge is power. With that said, Sharon, go ahead and give us our intro, boo.
Welcome to TDT Talk, where we tell you
the truth behind Krampus. Amen.
Amen. Now, I had not heard of Krampus until Carl brought him up. I'm not going to say made him up anymore because some people co-signed with you last night. It was Mark and I can't remember else. Mia, someone else co-signed with you last night. So, okay, fine. And so Carl, this is not my lane. Yes. I am an expert in a few things, actually. I am an expert in a few things. This one is not it. I am a scary person. I don't do scary movies. No, that's not for me because I'm one of these highly sensitive people. So things and energy sticks in my head and sticks with me. So I try to keep all things positive. I ain't trying to be dreaming of the devil. But tonight, I am going to allow you to educate me about Krampus. So y'all, I am going to sit back and be educated right along with you. Come on, Carl.
All right. So yesterday, you guys know, we spoke on Kris Kringle and we learned that, hey, Kris Kringle was a Black man. We learned that. There has been historical proof and evidence to show that the real Saint Nick was a Black man or a man of color, of a dark tone. I even showed you guys a picture of it. So without further ado, let me share a picture for those of you guys like Sharon who do not know what Krampus looks like.
Father God, help us.
That's one adaptation of him. The other,
Jesus, come on.
Very similar. But these are how Krampus looks and how he's been portrayed throughout history. And y'all, baby, when I tell you this goes back into time. But as we all know, everyone has an origin story. So with that,
ask one quick question.
Yes.
How did you learn about Krampus? Where did you find out?
The History Channel, actually. When I was younger, my stepdad watched a lot of the History Channel. I know a lot about wars, and I grew in a fascination about mythological creatures and Norse gods and things of that nature. And all of that is going to be conveyed today. So this is like nerd porn for me because I love mythical things.
You got me snorting over there. Okay, go ahead.
So, y'all, to understand Krampus, we first must have to understand who is Black Peter. Okay?
Okay.
That was his name, and that was what he was known by. So let me give you just two pictures.
Whose name? Krampus?
Black Peter was what his origin, that's his origin story. Okay? This, y'all, is how people portray him. They literally make this a celebration. Okay?
Put that back up. Hold on. What?
Oh, wait. It gets deeper, baby.
Okay.
This is what other people depict Black Peter as.
What the hell? I'm knocking stuff down. What is it?
All right. Are y'all tuned in? Can I get some feedback? I got some haze. Are you with me? Because I don't like to just teach my damn self. Are y'all here? Can a brother get some likes, a love, a heart? Hello.
Y'all about to be terrified right along with me.
You won't be terrified.
Somebody's going to have to go to sleep with me tonight because...
All right. Don't put that out here on this good intranet, Obama net. Don't do that. You'll get a few inboxes.
Oh, God. Not like the one from yesterday. Go ahead.
Yeah, bruh. We'll talk about that on another day.
Father.
So, all right. Y'all must be sleeper. Y'all really want to hear this. So, like I said, children are taught to believe that they receive their presents from Saint Nicholas, who is accompanied by a Black servant called Black Peter. Adults will dress up.
this was from the lesson yesterday, because I do remember when they were talking about Saint Nicholas. They tried to say that Saint Nicholas had a slave with him called Black Peter, and Saint Nicholas would tell Black Peter to pass out the gifts. Like he would take them with him, and he would, as slaves do, passing out the gifts and stuff. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I thought Black Peter was familiar. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, Tiffany girl. I'm about to educate y'all. I'm about to educate you. So he was accompanied by a Black servant by the name Black Peter. And a tradition was formed that adults will dress up as St. Nicholas and Black Peter.
Hold on now. So adults, hold on, you broke up a little bit. So adults are going to dress up like St. Nicholas and
Black Peter.
Okay.
So in the process of dressing as the two, the people that dressed like Black Peter would paint their face black. Now, how many of us remember in slave days, and even after that, white people would dress in blackface and emulate the things that we did. We were to be seen and taken as a joke, right?
Yeah.
So that got me to think just a little further. Let me research a little further into how this is going to unfold. So, and they would visit children and adults. St. Nicholas arrives from Spain in November by boat in Holland together with his Black servants. So now it went from one to a plethora. So then we can go ahead and kind of conclude from this information that this is how Santa and his little elves came about, his little workers, okay? Because Saint Nick, it's being documented that Saint Nick was not the individual that delivered the gifts. However, it was his Black servants. Buckle up. There's more. So this ritual is shown on national television, and it opens the festivities for the holiday every year. Okay. So from that time on, the stores are filled with candies, books, decoration, and toys covered with representation of coal black skin and ruby red lips and an old white male with a funny hat. Okay. All right. So this is cool. Okay. So now we're mocking Black people. We're trying to make light of slavery. Okay. So it wasn't just the U.S. thing. This wasn't just the U.S. thing. Okay. So I wanted to dig a little deeper. So as stated earlier, the Black slave characters that accompanied St. Nicholas originally symbolized the devil, a joker who was submissive, frightening, and disobedient all at once. At this point, there was no racial reference to people of African descent. They were just individuals. They had no label, no nationality to them. So, although the Moors were also associated with the devil, the blackness of the children did not refer to them, but to the devil figure. In other words, this color bias precedes the racial bias. So they introduced and found a correlation to teach children that Black skin equals the devil.
Yeah. Okay.
This is starting to feel more like home. Okay, ring it on in, education. I want to see how we're going to wrap this up. So when St. Nicholas reappeared at the end of the 18th century after being banned, because they banned him, it was a point in time where they was like, hell no, we ain't believing in this white man doing a B&E. Like I said yesterday, no, this is not conducive. This is not what we want to teach our kids. But after the ban was lifted in the 18th century, his jolly fat ass returned by himself. Okay. Without Black Peter. It was just jolly old Saint Nick on some dehydrated ass elves, and one of them that snorted a mythical snow and his nose lit up like a Christmas ornament. Okay. So In the 19th century, the Black Devil returns. So literally a century later, the Black Devil returns, this time reinvented as a servant of Moorish descent. He wears the costume of child slaves that work in Europe at the time, the pagans, carrying a large bag, and his rod, he threatens to take children that behave badly. So now we've identified that Black is bad, they are the devil, and if you don't listen, a Black individual is going to come in this house and take you.
Wow.
This is what is being fed to children across the world.
Okay.
So, okay, cool. Let's dig a little deeper. So then in an era of slavery and colonism, the racial idea of that time was translated into this figure. The combination of small Black Peter and a horse-riding Saint Nicholas represents the triumph the triumph of good over bad, Christians over heathens, and later Christianity over Islam. And as we all know, we have never seen, I honestly cannot say that I have seen a fair-skinned Muslim, and by fair skin, I mean of a white descent. I've never seen that in my life. It may be possible because of marriage. Yeah. But maybe. But we all know that Islam, when you think of Islam, you naturally automatically think Black.
I think of Arab countries, Middle Eastern countries.
Am I frozen?
African countries, yeah. No, you're good now.
Okay. Look, I'll be having to flip between screens. Y'all know my Wi-Fi is jankety over here. So I was like, okay. So this caught that relationship. It really showed the dynamic of the relationship between the two. So it went on to describe that this kind of contradiction between the both resulted in dependency and on subordinate, being submissive unto another person. So the relationship of this relationship of denied dependency determined a kind of logical structure in which the denial and the relation of domination and subordinate shaped the identity of both. I said, well, damn. Okay. So now we're showing the subservient nature that many Black people in that time faced because we were naturally slaves. So not only were we forced to do things that we didn't want to do, the children were taught to fear us. So there was no friendships forged, no trying to help you out with that without being fearful of being banished, your dowry given away, all sorts of things. Like, we know how crazy the olden days was. So in the 21st century, the Black figure is still with us, dressed in the same outfit. The role is usually played by a white woman or man who wear black or brown grease paint on their face. St. Nicholas is always performed by a man. He or she wears a large golden earrings. Now, peep this, y'all. Now, tell me you don't know 4 Shaniquas that fit this characteristics. He or she wears large golden earrings.
Who is this you're describing?
Black Peter, because Black Peter is coming back, okay? So he or she wears large golden earrings.
Hold on, we got to get this. You froze up for a little bit, but what century are we in again? Are we at the 20th or 21st century?
The 21st century. Let me try to turn my Wi-Fi off.
So now we up to the 21st century. So for this should start sounding a little more familiar, based on what we know from 21st century business.
Such a bad, damn it.
You on froze right now, but I know it's going to come back. See, the devil don't want us to have this knowledge, y'all. He don't want us to have this knowledge.
Okay, am I back? I'm so sorry.
You're back. There we go.
They don't want me to be great, y'all. They don't want me to teach y'all tonight. I need y'all to buckle in with me.
21st century, you describing Krampus. Okay, go ahead.
Yes. So now we're in the 21st century. So now they're telling you they're wearing the golden earrings. They have big curly wigs and red lipstick. So right now they wear brown grease paint more often because the blackness frightens children. Okay, cool. So again, if you would like to check this out, they actually have a museum called the Jim Crow Museum. And the individual, this was found on the ferris.edu, because you know I love me some EDUs and orgs. Right. That is substantial evidence that has been founded and proven accurate. So then now enters Krampus, okay? So Krampus is a Central Eastern popular legend of an individual who was half goat, half demon monster that punishes misbehaving children at Christmas time. Mm-hmm. He is the devilish companion of Saint Nicholas. Krampus is believed to have originated in Germany, and his name derives from the German word Krampen, which means claw. Krampus was thought to have been part of a pagan ritual for the winter solstice. According to legend, he is the son of Hel, the Norse god of the underworld. With the spread of Christianity, Krampus became associated with Christmas despite the efforts of the Catholic Church to ban him. The creature and St. Nicholas are said to arrive on the evening of December 5th. Now, y'all, this was some shit here, because
that's my cousin's birthday.
Hold on, because it gets weirder. And Tiffany, you bring up a good point. This is psychological control. So let me show you where this conditioning comes in at. Mm-hmm. So while St. Nicholas rewards nice children by leaving presents, Krampus beats those who are naughty with branches and sticks, and in some cases, he is said to eat them or take them to hell. On December 6th, St. Nicholas Day, children awaken to find their gifts or to nurse their injuries. So this can be found, all of this information can be found on the Britannica.com. And y'all know that is legit.
Is this like naughty or nice list?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wow. You used to get beat down if you was on the naughty list. Nursing your injuries. Okay.
You were taken to hell. That was the part that tricked me out.
Or taken to hell. Like, how you gonna
or taken to hell? You were eaten or taken to hell. So beaten.
How the hell do you bring me back from hell?
And you come back from hell on December 6th with a lump of coal and to nurse your wounds. Wow. So y'all, I wanna dive into this a little further, okay? Little further. Mm-hmm. Can you guys see? Nope, not this one. Mm-mm. Where is the one? I must not have uploaded it. But in some of the pictures, y'all, Krampus's hands are bound by shackles, and so are his feet. And on top of being bound with the shackles, he has a large iron pot that sticks on the back of his, that's attached like a backpack for him. And he would stuff the children, the naughty children, in there and then torture them. Okay, so I wanted to think about this a little deeper. So as we know, oftentimes Black is correlated with the devil. It's evil. They made a whole mythological creature out of this. But do you guys see the reference into Black culture and what we have endured during slavery? You have him bound and shackled. On top of that, you have him subservient to a white master. And in the eyes of everyone that views this, the white is the light and the Black is the bad. Yeah. That's the psychological conditioning that they've trained them. Y'all, the features of a half man, half goat. First of all, we already know we all was raised in church. That's the damn devil. Your head looks like a goat.
That's the devil, yeah.
That's the devil. Y'all, they are literally referring to the Black culture as a devilish figure that's here to abuse our children. And people make light of this situation where they're allowed to wear blackface as a holiday ritual to open winter solstice. Man. That blew my mind. That even in mythological creations, racism still reigns supreme.
Yes. Like, that's crazy.
So what's your thoughts, Sharon? Now that you've learned this, what are your thoughts?
It's some foolishness that needs to stay in the books, in the history books, and not come out no more. It's foolish, but I mean, you're right. That conditioning that white is right and pure and clean, and black is wrong and dirty and bad. We've been with that forever, since before slavery. And to hear that it comes out in these mythological stories, we know that to be true. I mean, there's so many nursery rhymes that got banned for that reason. Disney had to do apologies because of all the stuff that they did. People were just able to get away with creating these stories, these creatures, and then to everybody know that something black in shackles, subservient to a white person, that is a slave. That is the United States of America, slavery, and nothing else.
At its finest.
So we know you're talking about a black person, like.
And Sharon, you should have seen it. They depict Saint Nicholas on a horse with a rod to beat Krampus back into submission.
So Saint Nick had a rod that he would beat Krampus with, beat him back into submission whenever he stepped out of line, I guess, against him or something white. Yeah, white associated with innocence. Yeah, because they saw us as evil. They fear. It was fear.
Yep.
It was fear, so they had to make people believe we were evil. Yeah.
And what better way than to attack on a day that's meant for celebration and presence?
Yeah.
I was like, wow. And then to have it with the Jim Crow Museum, if that doesn't solidify the negative connotation surrounding Jim Crow era and all of the crap around that, but we still want to try to incorporate that now. Baffles me.
Wow. So he had a rod, which was the slave master's whip that we know. Yes.
Let me see if I can find a picture to upload. I just want to show y'all, because if you know better, you can do better and be better. That's all I'm saying.
So what do we do with this knowledge now that we have it? I don't know. I mean, we don't believe in white Santa over here anyway. But, you know, it's got me looking at him even more sideways at this point. Even more sideways. Yeah. Should we be lined up in the mall taking pictures with this white Santa with our kids and stuff?
And honestly, I don't even want to do that. At this point, I know we can find a black Santa. I know we can. There's got to be a black Santa somewhere.
Yeah, plenty of them in Atlanta.
Like, I just want to find
in a very white town now. So
see, so you know,
we ain't got a black Santa here.
Let me show y'all, because y'all, this is just baffling to me, and this is still okay. And I'm like,
you're breaking up, but I'm wondering if anybody is still like sharing the story with their kids and celebrating the idea.
It's a tradition in Germany. In Europe, it's a tradition. There's that picture I showed with that white woman, that was 2018. So y'all, this is what that was let me bring it back.
That was a celebration of what? Winter solstice?
Black Peter, the introduction for winter solstice. And then so here's some of the pictures, y'all.
Oh my. Oh, okay. What does that say on that bed? Winter Club. Winter Claus, okay.
Winter Claus. Is it Winter Claus? I gotta get a closer view, but I know it says Claus. So this is what they depict, y'all.
They called him Santa Claus. I think I read it. SINTR.
You're right. You're right. That was another name for him, Santa Claus. So this was I wanted to share it. So who will reign supreme? To me, it's going to be the underdog here. It's Krampus. It's Krampus for me, because it's another individual who was forced to do something that magically transformed into something else based off of societal norms and the narratives that they provided for him. He was Black Peter, who transformed into the Krampus.
This is very disturbing that they still, as what you found documented from 2018, are still painting their faces black in celebration of this whole ridiculous history.
And the reporter that read this, they chant something at this person, the reporter that wrote this page, and he was like, people don't understand the effect this has. He was like, that was not a good feeling to learn what that meant.
Wow.
I was like, oh my Lanta. It couldn't be me. Could not be me. So Tiffany says, nope, I don't share none of them white fables. And
so is this why still in 2021 white people think it's okay to do blackface?
Other cultures are not penalized with it. And when you talk to other Black people from Canada, Europe, things of that nature, racism looks different. This isn't classified as racism or even colorism. That's not how they're taught to view this. What it clearly is, that's not how it's perceived, because that's not how it's taught. And half the time, they don't even know about the slavery and the things that Black people endure in America until they get here. They are literally blindsided. Equality ain't in every continent, by no means, especially if you're melanin kissed. Definitely not.
Well, I don't think neither one of these characters reign supreme for me. Both of them are absolutely ridiculous characters. The white supremacist character is what it is in American society, but will not be celebrated over here. And then Krampus, my gosh, he done got this really horrible, bad rap for being a slave. They done turn him into the devil and half goat, half man, like Baphomet, and just foolish craziness. Wow. Like, who had the time to come up with all of this, making it more and more horrific in nature? I mean, eat a kid? We eating people now?
And it only progressively got worse. Each century, something new was added to it, to where it was just Krampus.
I mean, he went from this slave passing out the gifts to now he beating kids and eating them and taking them to hell and bringing them back. The nurse say won't. Like, it's crazy.
Yep. So what better way than to get your child on our couches, have psychological control triggers? That's the best way. And we'll see them in a few years.
Tell them to come on and sit a while. I got space on my couch for them.
All right. So this was just something I had to share with you guys, especially because y'all Sharon didn't know nothing about Krampus. And I was like, yo, his story alone was crazy.
I don't even know how I feel about it now. Like, it was already shady, with Santa Claus being stolen from St. Nicholas, the whole story and the evolution of that. It was already shady, but it was just shady. Now it's just like, this is ridiculous. Now, who went this far? And why?
Because they had to make us look like the devil. So you took away this individual icon, because let's be honest, y'all, he was an icon in his day for doing that generosity. Oh my God, why didn't a white man think of that first? So let's take the Black man that did it, paint him white, give him some red, rosy cheeks, and stuff his fat ass full of cookies and milk and holiday cheer, And then his sidekick, who was, and in other stories, they say he's the twin brother of Kris Kringle. There are a lot of narratives surrounding Kris Kringle and Krampus.
I think my question, and if I could phone a white friend, I would want to know if they had these celebrations in their home. Like, did y'all have those figurines in your home? Like, did you ever see them at your grandparents' house or your great-grandparents' house? Like, was any of this transferred over to like someone my age or maybe a couple generations older? I'm just trying to figure out, as a white person, is this what y'all did for Christmas? Like, because this ain't what we did. This is nothing like what we do for Christmas. The whole get a lump of coal is like a joke. You know, they got like black coal candy in the Dollar Tree that you can put in a stocking. I did that with my nephew one year. It was terrible. I should have never done it, but it was fun. But you know, if you're on the naughty list, you'll get a lump of coal. But I'm just wondering if white families like really celebrated this thing. Did they sit around the fire and talk about Kris Kringle and Krampus? Like, did that? I don't know. I'm
I only got really one white friend that I feel I can ask this question to and they not get upset, because it when you do the research, it really does make you wonder, because let's be honest, there are natural biases and there's natural automatic thoughts and responses surrounding Black, white, Latin, whatever the case is. And, you know, a lot of white people naturally assume that Black people celebrate Kwanzaa. And we know that not to be true. So for me now learning this, I'm like, yo, did your grandparents ever tell y'all about Kris Kringle or not Kris Kringle, but Krampus?
Around the fireplace and talk about this?
Yeah, like roast marshmallows. Like I want to know.
Yeah, like, because if they were to say, yes, I promise you, that would make it all make sense for me.
Yep.
I would completely understand why in 2021, we're still dealing with racism. It would make it all make sense for me. It really would.
Mm-hmm. And then we got somebody saying they sure do and play the ignorance card. Oh, I didn't know. That last part is the part that is literally starting to irritate me about people's responses.
But if it is your cultural norm, if this is something passed down generation, there's nobody around you that's saying it's wrong. You think it's normal.
Mm-hmm. True.
This is how other cultures think blackface is normal, because apparently the Black people over there ain't smacking nobody.
God forbid I ever see something like that. Oh, if looks could kill, they would have been buried 10 times over.
Man, I want to ask, because this would make it all make sense. I have been trying to figure out, why is it 2021, y'all? We still dealing with racism. But if we have stuff from childhood, generation, that is instilled and ingrained in you deeply.
Deep.
In a childhood storybook type of way. My God.
And the sad part is it's still being passed on. It's still being passed on, generation to generation. Not how to add proper seasoning to your meal. No, let's further racism. Not know the difference between seasoning salt and garlic salt. Nope, let's continue racism. I love it. You know, at this point, it is what it is.
Yeah, clear racism, but we're not going to call it that. And therefore, when someone says, oh, you're racist, no, I'm not, because it was never referred to as being a racial thing.
And I'm like, y'all don't feel awkward being white as snow, in blackface, walking in the community? Like, that doesn't make you feel weird?
No, I can see now how it would not, because they are just dressing up in celebration of this character that they created. And if
Yeah.
it's never giving a racial connotation to it, never had race attached to it, then no, like I kind of get it now.
I mean, I'm just saying, if we find out that there's,
but I kind of get it.
if we find out that there's like extraterrestrial life and in the next 20, 30 years, they living on Earth with us, you know, like, are we going to have to take away Marvel and DC cosplay? Because, you know, people be dressing up with black or purple or yellow body paint. Like, is that going to be racist then too?
No.
And we'll
I hope we won't go that far and try to throw racism off onto a different color in the crayon box. So Tiffany says yes from the parents, and Naisha says not if it's their norm. And yeah, hey Vanessa and Naisha, that's what I was saying. If these people have lived like this all this time and it's passed down generation to generation, it's never been tied to race at all. It is a celebration of winter solstice and these two characters that were created, then that's all that they're doing. I can see how they would not see that it's wrong. We're taking offense to it because we see very clearly that this little black figurine over here look like somebody out the slave house. Okay, he ain't out the field. He a house Negro. Okay.
So then let me ask you this, Sharon, and Naisha, please jump in, or anyone else. So critical race theory. Now that we know that this has been brought up from a fable, you know, that's been passed down generation to generation, celebrated to this day, do you feel like critical race theory is something that should be taught in school, especially when we have things like this that put a negative spin on Black culture and us being subservient?
It is 10:18. We are not about to get into because this.
Hell no. Yes or no. Yes or no.
We are
yes
not
or no.
about to get into the critical race theory conversation.
Okay, just give me a yes or no, friend.
Let our audience give you a yes or no. I don't have a yes or no because I have very specific views about the critical race theory and teaching it. I'll say that. Naisha says absolutely. Okay.
I'm gonna get Sharon to tell me the reason why. I want to know, because
I said yay or nay. I just say I have very strong views on it. Naisha said, and that's a whole new show. Yes, we need time to go over that and get all up.
We do, because I'm just saying, Sharon, we've did the TDT Days till Christmas, and even during a joyous moment, we see the eradication of a Black presence even during this holiday.
And you know
this
what?
holiday was generated around a Black man.
I was thinking about that, and stolen by a white man. And I was sitting here thinking about it while you were talking. You know, this is supposed to be TDT Days of Christmas, and we're talking about you know, the joy and the fun and the wonderfulness of winter and Christmas and all that it brings, and the magic and of the holiday and all of this wonderful stuff. But every single show seems like we have highlighted. We have uncovered, because we had to research some of this. We have uncovered racism since what showed up in 3 or 4. Like,
yeah, and I love it only because until we know better, we can do better. And we can't do better when all of this information about our Black culture is hidden in the ancient texts, in ancient hieroglyphics. It's not okay. Archaeologists, scientists, explorers find information and twist it for the betterment, because again, it's 2022. Yeah. And if nobody has told you, we are no longer the minority. We're not. It's been proven.
Yeah.
And
I don't want you to be great. You said that we are not the minority, and what?
And they out of the fear of their history or their lineage being lost or tainted, as they say, are we going to continue to put us down?
being revealed and uncovered for being fake. Wow. What I would like to see, I would really love for our friends, our white friends, our allies. I want to know what they think about this information.
Mm-hmm.
I really do.
Because it's all there. It's all there, y'all.
So Donna, Donna's birthday is December 5th. Can you tell her what happened on December 5th? She just getting here.
December 5th, Donna, in folklore, if you are a naughty child, Krampus would come and whip you, eat you, or drag you to hell. And on December 6th, on St. Nicholas Day, you are either going to receive a present or be licking your wounds.
Please show up a picture of Krampus beating them kids.
Beating the brakes off these children.
Please show a picture of him.
Oh, y'all want me? Okay, hold on. Let me show you. You want Krampus?
Yeah, so she can see who you talking about. Cause she just getting up here. That's him beating them kids. Oh, there go the shackles.
And there goes the pot.
That one. Okay.
Yep. And there goes the pot that he put the kids in and carried them on the back. And there go the whips. Can you see the whips?
Yeah.
Right there, the sticks beating that ass.
Oh my.
That's all I'm gonna say. So, y'all, it's very evident that we're going to do a show on critical race theory because TDT Days Till Christmas has shown us that even during a joyous holiday, there is a racial undertone. Always.
Yeah.
Never fails. Wow. They've taken land. They've taken ownership and copyrights. They have taken likeness thereof. Wow. Yeah. Oh, you missed the pic too, Naisha? Hold on. I'll show y'all again. Here's Krampus.
Look.
Here is him, depicted as a black man. Here's another one. But it all originated from this little boy called Black Peter. This is him. Spare the rod, spoil the child. That's the rod that St. Nicholas would use to keep him subservient. And this is the actual picture they have depicted of him.
Naisha says, I really feel some type of way. And that's why, I'm still feeling some type of way. Like, I don't know how to feel. I feel you. This threw me right here.
It's really sad, y'all. Like, so I'm gonna close with this.
Donna said that's the devil. Exactly. That's
so
what I'm gonna black people to be.
Exactly. So I'm gonna close it with this. I know we got some new viewers. Hey, welcome. So glad that you guys have tuned in. TDT Days of Christmas was going to bring you laughter. It was going to bring you education. And it may stir up feelings. And if you are feeling triggered by any of the information, please reach out to us and we can put you in connection with our residential therapist, Miss Naisha Diggs, who's been commenting.
We're going to sit in silence and just think this one through.
Because it's like, and I just want to close with, if you don't know better, you can't do better. And in this, what was supposed to be a fun moment for me and Sharon to shoot the shits, that's all we wanted to do, y'all. We just wanted to shoot the shits and kiki and bring you to your knees because y'all know my mouth is unfiltered, uncensored, and unapologetically ghetto as hell. Y'all know that. You've been here with us for months. But on TDT, we tell you the damn truth. TDT. We gonna tell you the truth. And when I came across this information, baby, I had to inform our village. Had to let y'all know.
Now, I can't imagine what your hand gonna connect with when you reach out. I don't know. But yeah, I'm like all the way. Look, Christmas is what, Saturday? Christmas
Saturday.
I'm feeling all the way sideways, like looking side-eyed real hard. I got past the whole Santa Claus was a black man. I mean, how
Uh-uh.
many times is
Hold
something?
on. Can you say it like? Can you say it like Run DMC? Say it right. You say it like you're proud. Santa Claus was a black man.
Man.
Thank you. Thank you.
But,
Thank you.
like, I mean, so many. I think that's kind of like normalized for us. We're so
Mhm.
used to so many things that black people started and created being, transition, transfer, stolen by white people and turned into their own. It's been happening so long, it's like normalized for us. But I don't know, it's something about this whole Krampus story. And to know, Carl, that how many centuries did you go through? You
This
started at what
fourth,
century?
yeah, 4th century was when Saint
Four.
Nicholas was first established. The 4th
Four.
century. Yes.
I can't. 100. What is that? 20? 16? 1700. I mean, my God. Too that.
And it has been adopted in several countries. Oh, the Santa, the narrative for Santa changed. Hold on, let me revert back to my thing because I spoke on that. In the 18th century, he was banned. Saint Nicholas was banned and brought back in the no, excuse me. He reappeared in the 18th century after being banned for 3 centuries. They banned Saint Nicholas, and when they reintroduced him into the new century, it was what we see now as the Coca-Cola Santa, the fat, jolly white man with rosy cheeks being stuffed with milk and cookies. Yes, ma'am. I'm here. I got the knowledge, baby. I'm here.
You're seeing the faces of my students when I put the black Santa in the classroom.
That part.
You know what? And see, and that right there, I want to know if those students who I'm sure are not black, what kind of figurines, like what do they see in their house?
Oh, it's the nativity. It's the nativity. It's little white baby Jesus with all the white men and white horses and white donkeys. It's them. Santa. And then this new thing, the elf on the shelf.
Yeah.
That's what's in their homes. I can guarantee you that's what's in their homes right now. Right now. And Santa is probably, because most of them have a fireplace, and Santa's sitting right there with his big old belly cheesing. That's what's in their house.
Man.
Just to let you know.
Look, somebody phone their white friend and find out for me if they know about this Krampus story or any type of black mythological creature that was bad and whooping kids and eating them and sending them to hell and all of this. I want to know.
Yep, they got movies, baby. They've made movies, shows out of this. If you would like to see Krampus, there is a nice show that I watch that's meant for adults called American Dad, and they do a whole show in there about Krampus. It's really funny as hell, really funny. And Krampus was played by CeeLo, could sing his ass off, but he did beat the hell out that child. Yes, he did. He whooped that ass and threw him in the dungeon.
Donna, where do you get all your black stuff from? See, I need to go shopping with her.
Please, and send me some. I will cash app your ass and just mail it to me. Mail it to me.
Yes, we need the black figurines. I have none because they're not easy to find. All right, y'all. Look, this show ended up being a little longer than we had intended. But thank you for the education, Carl, and for messing my mind up pre-Christmas.
Maybe we should do like the TDT days after Christmas next year.
Yeah, maybe that'll be a little more holly and jolly, right?
Yes. Well, y'all have a great night. Please tune in tomorrow. Sharon, what's on the agenda? Let me see. What's on the agenda for did I take it off?
No, we clicking at the same time. Tomorrow, let's see. We are talking about it's the 22nd already.
Yes. Oh, I can't wait.
It's gonna be fun. Y'all,
yes, we cutting back up, y'all.
Here we go with the shits and giggles tomorrow night. Okay. Who's been naughty? Forget who's been nice. We don't care about that. Who's been naughty? We gotta talk about R. Kelly. Trey Songz spit though, people. Jada, Candace Rittenhouse, COVID, and ... Because I want y'all to throw out some names of who you think have been naughty. And we want to talk about these people that Krampus gonna beat and whoop and eat and send to hell and bring back to nurse their wounds.
Well, I got 2 people that he could send to hell and leave their ass there. Just leave them. Don't bring them back.
And on that note, thanks for coming out. Good night. God bless.
Welcome to the truth. Welcome to the truth. Welcome to the truth where the truth don't lie. 3 T's, no lie.
Thank you. Tune in next week. Same black channel, same black host, and we'll holler at you at the same black time. Bye.
Bye.
Right.
No lie.